All right, guys, so today we have a test. We have 30 ring muscle ups for time. This is an age-old, infamous CrossFit test. And it's interesting because the stimulus is going to be different for a lot of us. We want to scale it if it's going to be too much for you to bite off, too much for you to chew. But it is a test, so we want to see where we're at. So don't be afraid to step outside the bounds of stimulus today and go for the test, see where you're at, and use your consistent scaling options if you're needing to scale it. So what we want to talk about today with the ring muscle up is the false grip versus the just neutral grip. So the false grip, okay, we're gonna pretend you all know what it is, but what the false grip allows you to do, it allows you to only have to pull to your shoulder. So for those that don't have the most efficient, we'll call it beat swing on the ring, or not strong enough to pull high enough, the false grip is actually gonna be better to use because it will allow you to only have to pull to the shoulder in order to get through and around to the bottom of the dip, okay? But with that neutral grip, we're just gonna show you the reps now. With that neutral grip, we're gonna have to pull higher. This is going to be better if you can produce that power every rep because it's just a much more relaxed and sustainable position from the hang. All right, so if Besky's midway through his muscle up, you'll watch how much higher he has to pull than his shoulder. Okay, so he's pulling all the way to that rib cage, if you can see. So he's pulling all the way to the rib cage. Let's do a full rep to get to the bottom of that ring dip before he throws through. All right, so 30 muscle ups for time. Try to mimic every single rep after each other. Different things for different people, but whatever you're doing, make sure it's consistent. Every rep, it's a mirror image. All right, so make sure we're pulling high enough before throwing our head through. Good luck. All right, guys, so continuing the gymnastics today through our METCON, we have two AMRAPs with two movements, so a couplet, very short AMRAPs, so the intensity is gonna be high, and the kind of challenge today is gonna be in the stability. Okay, so both of these movements today require a tremendous amount of stability through the core, through the shoulders, through the hips. So that's going to get very challenged today. That's going to be our limitation. Just a side note, make sure that we're going through this with the mentality of they're short, so we want to go nice and hard, but we should mainly be very steady, not a sprint, okay? Because we want that second AMRAP to be just as hard, just as we want our efforts in that second AMRAP to be just as intense, okay? So that's going to show us our movements. So starting out with the handstand walk. All right, so first movement today, handstand walk to find stability. We're gonna try to put his toes together. Watch his toes squeeze together. Watch his body get tight. Okay, when Besky attempts to squeeze those toes together at the top, you can see his whole kinetic chain of reaction through his body is to tighten up and tense up through the core. That's really good for stability, and that's why we talk about gymnastics compression all the time, because it promotes stability, okay? Now we're gonna get Besky to pick up his dumbbells. For the next part, dumbbell front rack walking lunge. On this one, to promote stability, we're gonna work on spreading the floor apart with each step. So Besky, you're gonna take a nice wide, broad step and spread the floor, touching and going each step. We'll get him to show you again. So Besky really bracing with that spreading the floor cue, and what that does, it helps with stability, just like a back squat or anything else. We can use that in a lunge, and that gets neglected because we're thinking mainly linear. When we're lunging, we're thinking about going forward, we're thinking about taking those forward steps. Sometimes we can feel like we're walking the tightrope, and if that's the case, it's gonna really hinder our stability. So take your steps and spread the floor. It'll create that base of support, if you will, all right? So not much to this one today other than to keep the intensity high through the stability, guys.